All right, today is Wednesday, the 3rd. So Lee's going to be working on this project. We actually put this in probably about 4 or 5 months ago. So we regraded the whole pad here, brought in chips and dust, compacted that, and then we brought in a 2&S sand. So the sand's just a little thick. So we're going to reshoot grade and then try to pull maybe 1 inch to 1.5 inches of sand out of here for this arena. So we're going to kind of pull it all out back there, and there's a roll-up door. We're going to stage the extra sand outside, so if they need it someday they still have it. But that's going to be Lee's project, and then I'm heading go pick up some concrete pieces in Grand Rapids, and then the other guys are going to be working on like a little sewer line repair. Okay, I am in Grand Rapids. Just stopped and did a couple site visits. Site visit for me just means it's a customer that's called, either wants a quote on something or help investigate something. So luckily I was able to hit both those on the way over here. And now I'm going to pick up a couple concrete riser extensions. The guys are going to be doing this sewer line replacement. Same thing yesterday, I met with the customer. And when I met with the customer, they thought the drain field was bad because the pumper pumped everything out, and the tanks were over full and there's some issues. So they weren't 100% sure if the drain field was bad or not. I went out and augured, and the drain field was actually in really... Okay, bad planning on my part. Typically we always fuel at the shop because I save quite a bit by buying in bulk, but didn't stop there this morning and I had about 20 miles to empty. So we're going to throw 10 gallons in here or so, and then head back to the job site. Okay, this is the job Mark, Kenny, and Kelvin are working on. We got a lid here, lid there. So I just went and picked those up. So they're going to put those on, and then the drain field is actually down inside of here. So you can see the green pipe coming out, and then green to the left and green to the right. There was a T there. That one wasn't filled with sludge. We took the hose. We're able to make it 15 foot that way and then 15 foot that way. I think they've got a different design with this drain field, but when I augured the drain field yesterday there, it's perfectly dry and clean. Over here it's got the black biomat stuff in there, but basically we're going to take the mini, which is right around the corner there. We're going to take the mini, scrape this back and see what we can find. See if we can find a bad section of the drain field, or see if one of these trees has some roots or something in it that's blocking it, not allowing it to drain. And the reason we're doing all this is because both tanks were backing up and bubbling out, so it's not draining somewhere, but the drain field is good. So usually that's just an indication that the line is broke or there's root intrusion throughout the pipe. So we'll see what they figure out. Okay, I'm leaving. I've got an appointment. It's 10:40. Got an appointment at 11 to get the decals on the truck. So I'm leaving those three to work on that. Lee's working on that horse arena, and then I am gonna go get the decals done, send a couple estimates, and then we possibly have a sewer line job tomorrow. But I've got to get a couple things ironed out on that, and then I might have to drive out there, which is about a 30-minute drive, 40-minute drive from where we're going to be getting the decals. So might drive out there, see if they got the water lines marked. It's a sewer line going from the house underneath the road, and the main sewer is on the opposite side of the street. So I want to make sure everything's marked clearly before we start going and cutting everything up and digging. So that's the plan. Okay, half hour later, truck's done. So we just went with the exact same look as before. We had a couple different options. We were looking at doing the window and stuff, but that's brand new. But we landed on doing it the same way. We like how it looks on the other truck, and it's a nice consistent look, clean look. So gonna go back and go do a site visit real quick for our job tomorrow. Okay, we're back at the job in Cascade. Just drove over. Guys are putting this field back together. I don't know if this is the pipe that was full, but I'll put a picture in there if I can. But the header pipe, was about 3/4 full. I can't really see it there, but the pipe was basically slam packed full of sludge. So we're gonna chat with the homeowner on putting a sledgehammer system in here. Again, just because main power box is there, runs right through here, so the only option they have for a new drain field is the front yard, which is just a little spot here and a little spot there, and it's not going to be big enough for Kent County. So, and then the backyard's a drop off to a ravine. So we're going to kind of chat through some options here. Okay, looked at the system, figured out how we're going to put a sledgehammer system in there. If he does decide to want it, I'm going to go back and send him an estimate. But working out pretty good. We're prepping it. It's got the risers already. We figured out a nice easy way to get access into the garage, put the pump inside there so we don't have to spend money on one of the riser containers. So yeah, they're gonna finish putting that together. It's always hard to make it look good when it's winter time. There's a couple inches of frost through a couple of those pieces, so can't really grade those. All you can do is set them to the side, wait for them to thaw out. But go get that guy an estimate, see if he is interested in sledgehammer system. If he is, we'll come back next couple days, get that installed. But now I'm going to head to Lake Odessa for a sewer line repair. So we've got that one quoted. It's already done, but I'm not sure if they've got all the lines marked from Misdig. So I'm going to drive out there, validate it, and then we'll go back to the shop, get everything loaded and prepared to head out there first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, so we are at the job we're hoping to do tomorrow, waiting to hear back from the realtors, but just like to double check this stuff before we show up with all our equipment. So they got the water line. They got the water line marked. Oh, that's kind of nice. They even dug out the curb stop. So painted that. Got that marked. AT&T actually runs down the sidewalk, so that will be a thing we'll have to dig. And then gas line is right there. So the only thing that's a challenge with this one, well, there's a bunch of challenges, but sewer line comes out right in here. So sewer line, and then this gas line I think is directly above it pretty much the entire way. So, and then I just don't know about this tree yet, but we'll figure that out when we get to it, I guess. But so we gotta dig around this gas line, dig around this phone line, come out through here, cut the sidewalk, remove that, and then cut out the curb, cut out the road, and then the main sewer main is actually over there. So looks like the main water, that was one of the things I was trying to find out too. Main water I believe is over there, and then the main sewer is, it's about 8 feet on the other side of the curb. Can't hardly see the curb, but well, now I'm gonna, oh no, I'm right. This flag here is going to that house, and that flag there is going to that house. So, and then the manhole, they didn't have any records for this main, so I came and popped this lid last week, and it's about 6 foot deep, flowing that way, you know, back behind me now. So it should be 5.5, 6 foot deep up here. So it's not a real big dig, but the only thing I don't know, I can't find, is the part that always makes me nervous, is I can't find the main gas line. So there's a main line that runs down this road, but I don't know where it's at. And I've had it marked twice now, and they still haven't marked that. And then the main water line, I believe, is going to be over there on the same side as the sewer, but not 100% sure on that. So we'll see if we hear back from the realtor, if we're good to go on this, or if it's going to get delayed. But we're trying to beat a storm too. So we've got some snow coming in. We got snow coming tonight, and then a bunch of snow coming Thursday night into Friday. And the last thing I want to do is open up something here and leave it exposed. So just trying to time it right. And then next week it's supposed to be single digits. So obviously same thing. Right now it's kind of nice because the sun's out. It's 34, 35. So ice is melting on the road's exposed. It's kind of a nice time to do it. But if it starts getting down into single digits, that's not really when you want to start ripping stuff up either. So we'll see where this goes. Okay, I got back to the shop. It's supposed to be cold next week. We haven't ran the dozer. I'm gonna run the dozer in a couple weeks, if not 3. Hey! Calvin's back. So he went and picked up the Mini. The Mini was at the job he was at, and then Lee was using the skid steer, so he went and grabbed that. I'm gonna get this thing fired up, let it run for a little bit. It's nice because you don't need a key. It's just a pin pad up here. Type in your code. And someone left the handle down. We'll fire this up a little bit. It's supposed to freeze tonight, so I may run this around the parking lot real quick, kind of chew up some of the slush, get it back down to the gravel. Because once this freezes, it turns into a nightmare. So it's a catch with us because it's a gravel lot. Usually works pretty good. Not holding too much moisture and stuff. A little bit of traction. It's kind of nice having some of this because when it freezes, it does actually help you stick a little bit more. But we'll see.